I'm here with Robert Gibson, who's the chair of the Upper Norwood Library Campaign. Robert, what do you think about what the Tories have done in Croydon about this library?
I think it's shameful. The library was set up 112 years ago jointly by Croydon and Lambeth to serve the people of the 5 boroughs. According to the impact assessment which Croydon Council did itself, the library serves at least 19,000 Croydon residents. In the consultation document, the council agreed that this library is what the people of Crystal Palace want to be their library. They've said they wouldn't use any other Croydon facilities, and it's an essential part of our community hub, much loved by the Crystal Palace community.
The Tories are claiming in their leaflets that they've saved the library. What do you think of that?
Very disingenuous, I would say, being kind. You know, what we need is fair funding, going back to the basics of the big society visionaries in the late Victorian age, who realised that because the library is almost if you cross the road, you're from Lambeth, you're into Croydon, so it's effectively in Croydon anyway. So it's a bit disingenuous for Croydon Council to say that they're funding a library outside Croydon.
How much did they cut their funding by this year?
It was 100. Well, from next year it'll be a cut of 120,000, which is a 60% cut. Nationally, cuts to libraries have been sort of around the 20 odd, but to get over 60% cut is, in 1 year is drastic and is life-threatening for the library.
And I mean, they've been trying to close it down for over a year now. It was only the legal letters that were sent by Lambeth that stopped them doing it last year. Now they've reduced their funding dramatically, and I think it's fair to say it's only the funding from Lambeth is keeping the library alive now. And we're working with you and the huge organisation you've built in this community to set up a trust, so that people can take control of this library and hopefully protect it from any future attacks by the Conservatives in Croydon.
And I believe, if I'm right, that both yourself and the Labour in Croydon have pledged to restore the funding with the Lambeth level. So.
Absolutely right, and that's if Labour win the council elections in Croydon in 2014. But Robert, thank you for the campaign you've led on this, because I think it's a real example of people power. You made your voices heard. We've made the Tories have to accept responsibility for what they've done for this library.
I mean, I think the classic example of that was 250 people at a library consultation meeting and 2,000 consultation forms filled, which was almost more than Croydon had in their consultation for the entire.
How many people are in the organisation now?
Well, there are over 700 that follow us on Twitter, over 500 that follow on Facebook, and on our membership database I think we've got 3,000.
3,000, that's remarkable, isn't it? It shows how much people value their libraries.
And to be fair, it's Croydon, Lambeth, Lewisham, Bromley, Southwark as well, but the core constituencies are Lambeth and Croydon, and that should be the foundation for the library.
Absolutely.
Can I ask you, Steve, then, if you became MP, what would you be doing to help fight for the library to get funding? I know you've done a lot in the past, but what would you be doing in the future?
As leader of Lambeth, I've done everything I can to send legal notices to the Tories at Croydon Town Hall to stop them closing it down straight away. We've maintained the level of funding from Lambeth that will allow the library to become a trust, despite the Tories cutting their funding. As MP, I'll work with you, the community organisation and the users of this library to make sure that the Tories can't use any more of their backdoor tricks to try and close it down before we have the chance to elect a Labour council in Croydon who will stick to their promises and put the funding back that the Tories have taken away and give this library back the future it deserves. It's served the people of Croydon and Lambeth here in Upper Norwood for the last 100 years, and it deserves to be here for the next 100 years too.